Wow. That's all I can say is wow when I look at the real estate market here. Into video. Wow. You got everything you need. All right, so I wanted to do a video on how to get your offer accepted in probably one of the craziest real estate markets I've seen in a long time. I'm doing this 20 years, maybe ever. And I'm going to start out with a strategy that I know works almost 100% of the time so that you can just go out there, not worry about the competition, get your offer accepted. And it's super simple. All you have to do is agree to pay $150,000 over asking price with no appraisal contingency, and you're most likely going to get your offer accepted. Okay, I'm joking. Wait, not really. Okay, kind of. Anyway, this is Rayce Robinson, your favorite Florida mortgage broker. Hope you're doing awesome. And hey, if you find this video useful, like the video, subscribe to my channel if you're going to buy, sell, or do anything in real estate, especially here in Central Florida. And holy moly, people say that anymore. This market is insane, and it doesn't matter where you're at, because I've talked to people in Mississippi, Alabama, all over the place. The market is crazy because obviously we've got lowest rates of all time, lowest inventory of all time. People want to buy when you can get a payment that's could be $200, $300, $400 cheaper than where it could be if rates were to go up. So a lot of people want to buy a house now when payments are low. So I want to go over some actual useful strategies that will help you and are helping for people that are buying here in this market. So let's start with probably the most important strategy that if you can just get this from this video, I believe this is worth just shut the video after that, but don't do that. The number one thing that you can do, that you can get out of this video, is just accept the playing field as it is. So I was a tennis player when I was younger. I think a pretty good one, but I remember going to a tennis tournament where people were in these academies, and then I was like, okay, I suck. So there was a whole nother level to the game that I'd never seen before. And I pretty much knew at that point, I'm not going pro. Still pretty good though, but not anywhere near the pro level. So I would say this market is pro level. And it's just accepting that in most cases, 99% or higher, you are not going to be the only offer on that house that you're looking at. And that's important for the psychology of when you're putting offers in, because a lot of times when I pre-approve people, they want to go in at asking or under asking. And again, don't shoot the messenger. This is a video where it's just as the market is. And as the market is, you are not going to get your offer accepted under asking. It's just not going to happen. And you're probably not going to get your offer. I would go to say you won't get your offer at asking price, the vast majority of the time. So that is one, just knowing that if you were selling your house right now and you get lots of offers, what offers are you going to take? You're going to take the offers that net you the most. Doesn't matter any other creative thing that anybody can do. That's the offers that you're going to look at first. And you're just going to throw away the offers that are netting you way, way less. So that's the first thing to realize. And then the second part of that is, it is the most unfriendliest first-time home buyer market I've ever seen, which does stink because I love helping first-time home buyers, probably where I get the most joy out of, and it's just not happening right now. If you're a normal first-time home buyer, meaning like going FHA, asking for help with closing costs, even down payment assistance, any of those kinds of things, that's just not working. So I can tell you, you really want to be a conventional buyer. Now again, I get it, not everybody can be a conventional buyer. There are reasons that people have to go FHA. If you're not clear, even me or any lender, you want to ask them about going conventional, because here's something to know. Some buyers that go FHA can go conventional. They don't do it because the payment's higher, the mortgage insurance is higher. Maybe that FHA loan is giving you $100, $150, sometimes $200 a month cheaper payment than if you were to go conventional. But again, the lay of the land is, all that matters is your offer in a position to get accepted. And if you're going FHA, it's probably not. Doesn't mean you can't. I'm sure someone will say, hey, I got my offer accepted at FHA. And of course it happens. But in general, these are the things that you need to do to get your offer accepted. Going conventional, accept the offer as it is, not asking for closing costs, and going over asking price. That's kind of the basics. If you're not doing that, then you're probably not accepting the market as it is. And I have got one particular client who has put in 10 offers, and that's you know, that's just accepting the market where it's at. So again, that's some kind of the groundwork, the ground rules of kind of where you have to start. So what are some other creative things though that you can do to kind of put your offer ahead of the competition? Be pre-approved. Be really pre-approved. That means documents, everything in. You've picked pretty much who you want to work with. You know, Google them, research them. I've done lots of videos on how to know and how to pick a good lender. 2, pick a lender that's going to be dynamic and work with you in the market. You're going to be looking at houses sometimes in the evening and trying to put an offer in on the weekends. Banks are not available then. That's just the reality. So you're going to have to pick a human being, a person that you're comfortable with, that you like working with, because you are partnering with someone at this point that's going to give you information real time as you're trying to make a decision. Hey, should I put this house in? And 3, make sure that they're helping you. One of the things I do is call the listing agent when you put your offer in. And normally, I'm the only person that calls. So again, they're not going to take your offer if you're netting way lower and I call. But if you're in the hunt and I call and say, hey, these buyers have given me all the documents, they're fully pre-approved, they're completely ready to go, that is going to go a long way. And it means you could maybe close a little faster. Again, something you want to check with your lender. Some of it's the area and the type of loan. And 2, I would say just be flexible in general. Some sellers, maybe they're building a house and they want to close 90 days. So the more flexibility you can have of maybe trying to close a little faster, close a little slower, whatever the situation dictates is going to help you get your offer accepted. Because look, again, it's a seller's market. So that's what you're going to be doing. 2, if you're a buyer that's got lots of money, lots of down payment, you just need to consider either waiving your appraisal contingency altogether, or 2, you know, limiting that by saying we'll pay X amount over appraised value. Because I can tell you about 60% of the offers that are getting accepted right now are paying over asking and waiving the appraisal contingency in some way. A lot of people do limit that and say, hey, we're willing to pay up to X amount over appraised value. But if you're a fortunate person, one of the fortunate people to be in that position, then make sure you're taking advantage of that, because just going conventional and putting a big down payment is not enough. So that is an opportunity at least some people have. But what if you're not that person? And I would say the majority of people don't have unlimited money. And there are more people now. You are competing against what I call monsters more than ever. People coming from out of the area, buying cash. Central Florida is super hot right now. I'll link to a video I did below on Central Florida. The current Central Florida real estate numbers. I'll also link to a video on FHA versus conventional, to my point previously about looking at going conventional over FHA. But what if you're not got a 40% down payment, or you all have a smaller down payment, but maybe going conventional? So what are some other creative little things that you can do to help get your offer accepted? Speed. All right. So where did you used to see that bumper sticker like speed kills or something like that? Maybe that was a slogan, but speed is definitely important right now. So when I say speed, I don't mean about closing. That's a different conversation. It really depends on your situation. But speed on getting out to going to see the houses. They are coming on the market, and within a couple days, realtors are tired of showing it. So I would say you have to get out fast. You have to be pre-approved, and you have to have a pre-approval letter that you can get that's a current, up-to-date pre-approval letter. You have to be willing to make a fast decision and put your offer in pretty much the day you go see it, in my opinion. So that is super important, is you have to have speed. Another thing that you can do if you don't to kind of help this over appraised value, you can offer to pay closing costs for the seller, meaning the seller has closing costs too. And kind of a switch here, instead of you asking the seller for closing costs to help you, you can say, hey, we'll pay $5,000 of your closing costs, Mr. Seller. The reason that's so attractive to the seller is you're really offering them a $5,000 more net. So it's as similar as offering them $5,000 over, but the house can appraise at what they're asking. And so that is also a big advantage, is that you basically doesn't have to appraise any higher. Another thing you can do is if you're trying to sell a house, to buy a house, you're just not going to get your offer accepted. Again, there's always exceptions, but in general, a contingent offer is going to be extremely difficult. So you want to talk to your lender about, do you qualify for both payments? Because maybe you can put a 5% down payment or 3% down payment on this house that you're thinking of buying. And then when you sell your house, you can pay that money into the loan, recast the mortgage, and actually get the same benefit as if you would have put that money down in the beginning, even eliminating the mortgage insurance. So again, if you're making your offer contingent on the sale of another home, you need to see if there's a way to eliminate that contingency. And again, that's just knowing the numbers and talking to a lender that's going to explain that to you in detail. So those are kind of the major things to do, the major things that I see. I see people limiting the amount of inspections that they agree to do, limiting inspection times. So again, it's all about what can you do to make it a better situation for the seller so that your offer stands out. Mostly just be patient. You may not get the first offer you put in. You may have to put in multiple offers. Again, my basic thing is be pre-approved, know what kind of loans you can get, have a lender that's going to help. Google me, see what people say about working with me, but have a lender that's going to help you put in fast offers, that you know the numbers, that you can work with real time as you're trying to figure out, make fast decisions, put in offers, go conventional if you can, and then again, just breathe. It's definitely a competitive market. So hopefully this video helps some. Definitely call me if you have any questions on this or anything else I can do to help. Hope you're doing awesome. Good luck out there, and let me know what else I can do to help. Thanks.